Hello, everyone. Welcome to our REDSHORT webinar for the 6th of May, 2026. Today, we'll take a quick look at the TeamPCP attack on Bitwarden CLI. This attack was seen abusing GitHub's Dependabot to spread the malware She-Who-Lude, and in the process, poisoned AI coding tools. As always, you can find more information on related topics. And up on the screen there, you'll see a related article link that links directly to what I'm going to be talking about today. On the 20th of April of this year, 2026, the coding world was alerted after a widely used tool called @Bitwarden /CLI was found to be compromised. According to researchers at GitGuardian, who graciously shared their analysis, the attack was a calculated operation by a group called TeamPCP, who used what researchers described as a cross-campaign pivot to exploit trusted developer tools. For an explanation, Bitwarden is an open-source password manager that stores and encrypts sensitive data, like passwords, API keys, and secure notes in a protected vault, and is accessible across many different devices. It uses end-to-end encryption, so only the user can read that data. The Bitwarden CLI is a command line interface that lets developers interact with that vault directly from a terminal, often used in scripts, automation, and CI pipelines to retrieve secrets. Bitwarden CLI package, typically distributed via npm as @Bitwarden /CLI, is the installable version of this tool, making it easy for developers to integrate secure credentials access into development workflows. Let's quickly talk about the return of the She-Who-Lude, which is kind of hard for me to say, which the TeamPCP hackers use as a self-propagating worm known as, and also called, the canister sprawl, which is easier for me to say. Anyway, most malware fails when its home base is blocked, but this one had a backup plan. This malware had a backup plan, which is interesting to me. Researchers noted that if the malware cannot reach its primary site, which is an audit check mark CX, it uses a GitHub itself as a fallback command and control server. It then searches public GitHub committed for specific tags, and that specific tag is "Long live the resistance against the machine." Further investigation revealed that these public posts contain secret PATs or personal access tokens and new instructions. In one instance, the hacker used a repository called hello worm with 2 zeros / hello world to broadcast a new exfiltration domain, and that's called safely IRC weblogs few try cloudflare.com, which is all, but it's all together. I'm kind of breaking it up as I'm trying to explain it here. This malware then creates a new repository under the victim's own GitHub account to upload encrypted credential blobs. This approach makes the theft look like a normal, developer type activity. When targeting AI assistants, this malware is also designed to poison AI coding assistants. It scans the system for 6 specific tools, and those are the Claude Code, Gemini CLI, Codex CLI, Cairo CLI, Aider, and Open Code. If found, the malware injects a 3,500 byte doc block, and this is a method of inserting a large chunk of code directly into a script, into the bash RC and the ZSHRC files. For your information, these type files serve as backup scripts for the computer's command line. This step is crucial because by injecting this code here, the malware ensures it runs automatically every time a developer opens their terminal. This unusual discovery, which is interesting, is that the initial access vector was Dependabot, which was, remember previously I explained the Dependabot, which is a trusted, and I kind of stress, trusted automation bot built into GitHub. This tool automatically grabs a Trojanized checkmarks kicks Docker image, specifically the checkmarks /KICS last tag, which was on the 22nd of April, 2026. The investigation revealed that one confirmed victim environment showed the attack began with the checkmark kicks Docker image compromise on the 22nd of April. Dependabot pulled the Trojanized checkmark latest tag during an automated dependency update, which executed the payload in CI with access to the repository secrets. This confirms the cross-campaign pivot that TeamPCP has used throughout this attack type wave. And this is the compromise of the trusted CI tool, Harvest Runner credentials, which use those credentials to propagate further. This was particularly difficult for researchers to stop. That's because Dependabot is a trusted automated system designed to increase security. However, here it was used to bypass human review entirely, which is actually clever of the hackers to do that. Since it runs with elevated CI permissions, and again, to explain what CI means, it's continuous integration. The hackers were able to steal repository secrets with zero human intervention. This isn't a developer manually installing something sketchy, says the lead researcher and noted in his blog post, explaining that because Dependabot ran automatically, actually no one was watching it. This allowed the threat actors to steal credentials and propagate the attack further. So to prevent further incidents, this same researcher recommended that companies apply a cooldown period before installing new dependency updates. This to give the security community enough time to find and flag any hidden malware before it reaches your system. So I hope that this brief attack explanation was helpful, and thank you for joining us here today. If you have any further questions or comments on this subject, you can always get a hold of either myself or Jim McKee, and our emails are up on the screen. And in the past, we have entertained some of those questions and comments, which have been really helpful in helping with cybersecurity. And with that, I'll say goodbye and have a great day.